Mark.
Yeah?
So in one word, I want you to describe your feelings on Transformers The Last Night.
Comic Treble.
Hey everyone, I'm back! Back again, here to bring you that great content you know and love/hate. So, first order of business is me and my buddy Mark here. We're going to review Transformers The Last Time I Pay to See One of These movies. Yeah. Otherwise known as Transformers The Last Night.
I'm so glad that the first time I paid for one of these movies is the last time.
Real quick, spoiler-free section. What'd you think?
No.
Okay, same here. Spoilers section. I missed the first 20 minutes of this movie, 20 to 30 minutes, I think, because stuff came up. I just wasn't able to make it there on time.
But I showed up on time.
You did. So can you tell me accurately what happened and what was the setup of the movie?
Well, I can try.
All right,
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take a sip of my Sprite. Sponsored by Sprite.
Please give us money, Coca-Cola.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so the movie begins, and there's the Paramount logo, and then catapults shoot things over the Paramount logo, and it just hits dudes in a medieval fight, and it's it's the Dark Ages.
That's how a Transformers movie should start off.
Yeah, dude, without the Transformers. That's exactly what I was thinking. So it's just a bunch of dudes fighting, and for the first couple minutes, I seriously couldn't tell the sides apart. Until, thank goodness, a white dude in shiny white armor on a white horse, came out over the top of the hill, and the guy next to it was like, King Arthur, we'll never win.
Is that your British accent?
And then the guy's like, man, Merlin sure won't show up. He's a drunkard. And then it cuts to a bearded guy on a horse, and he says, man, I'm slozzed. I better drink some more. And then he drinks. And it just cuts to...
This isn't real!
I swear this happened. Merlin goes to a cave, and he just starts talking into it, and then a red transformer comes out, and he gives him a staff, which is definitely stone, which is weird, because later on in the movie, it's wood.
And then it's metal.
And then it becomes metal. I don't get it. Merlin holds it up, and it cuts to kids walking into a demilitarized zone that's been busted, and there's geckos from Metal Gear Solid walking around.
That's what I thought. I saw the trailer and I saw that and I was like, is this Metal Gear Solid 4?
Yeah.
And the kids essentially I remember seeing the first little clip and the kids were kind of behind the little Mexican girl in the movie.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what was her role in the movie?
I don't know. They only
it's they were trying to cash in on the three people that were we really want to see X-23 from Logan in in a Transformers movie.
Dude, oh my goodness. They say her name once. It's Isabel with a Z. And Steven wasn't there at the time.
So I just was Latina chick. Honestly, I cannot tell you anyone's name in the movie.
Aside from
their actor, except for Mark Wahlberg's character, who is has the manliest name.
Cade Yeager. Cade Yeager.
It's that is if you saw a G.I. Joe in the 90s and you had Cade Yeager on the side, it's you buy that toy for your kid,
dude,
because that's the main character. Yeah. So essentially the plot is they got to get Merlin's staff.
Yeah, they got to get the stuff
because unending apocalyptic thing is coming to Earth.
Yeah,
as what happens in every Transformers movie. Mm-hmm. And Anthony Hopkins is there to spout expository dialogue.
Oh my goodness, it got crazy how much exposition there was. For
that's his character, is just to talk about what you need to know. I went to the bathroom for 2 minutes because I was he's going to be spouting exposition dialogue. I can just check my phone real quick and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I came back, and he's still spouting out exposition. There's no structured way to talk about this movie, because it's just shit happens.
Yeah.
The movie.
It's such a mess. It keeps getting letterboxing randomly in the same scene.
The aspect okay, so here's the thing. So aspect ratio, for those of you who don't know, what it is on some movies you'll see letterboxing like this, and then you'll see it kind of maybe out like that. Some people can change it around and be good about it. Christopher Nolan, for example, Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
In all of the action scenes, he'll have it in IMAX. In the talking scenes, he'll have it so that, it's a wide shot. This is it's not even separate scenes. it's separate shots, and like I'm not someone who like I've said this in like every review I've ever done, but I'm not someone who's like, oh, with the camera work and the lighting, I just don't appreciate it. I'm like if a movie's entertaining, I will defend it. It's so like up until the last shot they're changing it.
Yeah, like how does that get past editing?
How do people like look at that and go, yeah, that's fine?
Sir, found the Decepticons. What do you want me to do?
What you gotta do, you gotta get the staff, and you gotta secure the staff, and you gotta do the thing. Do you understand me, soldier?
Do you even know what's going on anymore?
Nope.
It's
Like, it's just
Yeah.
and that, and like I don't. We talked about it like directly after the movie was over, but I said like I don't think Michael Bay understands what a medium shot is.
Yeah,
It's either like,
way
hey man, we're
close.
talking about the plot.
Hey.
We're talking about the plot.
Whoa.
Plot's happening.
Whoa.
Plot. Or it'll be like way far away, and it'll be like, here's all the main characters.
Here's every character in the movie.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, you can have it like this is a medium shot practically. Then like they feel the need to bring in other characters from the older movies. We'll talk about that one picture in a minute. For example, like John Turturro is in this movie for
Like 5 seconds.
God knows why. Like he calls like Anthony Hopkins. He's like, I want to be a knight. I'll tell you about this book if you make me a knight. And it's like, huh?
The best part about the scene was like, you better indoctrinate me into this knighthood, and Hannibal's like, no, not over the phone.
You could call him Hannibal.
I forgot his name.
Anthony Hopkins. Anthony
Hopkins.
Hannibalton.
Anthony Lecter was like, no, I can't do it over the phone. And then he's like, will you please do it? He's like, okay, I'll do it over the phone. He just does it.
And like a
immediately.
library, too. And like the librarians are like, please be quiet. And he's like, hey, shush!
Yeah.
I'm Anthony Hopkins. Shut up. Shush yourselves.
You know, okay, there's another thing that you missed from the intro. They're like,
It was there.
yeah, it's like Transformers are like raining from the sky, and at one point it's like 400 hit the Earth. And then like we never see that again throughout the rest of the movie.
That
like
sucks.
Like you see like
Would like to see that.
you see like a bunch of like robots just like falling into cities, and then you see like 3-second action shot of like Bumblebee fighting 2 of them. And then it's just never brought up again.
Like, okay, here's the thing, too, is like...
I'm gonna get some Sprite.
Yeah, you do that, man.
Yeah.
Sponsorship. Pay us money, Coke.
Give them
Coke,
money.
Sprite, Spurt.
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 It's-
Sprite!
That's right. Spring day. You okay there?
Give me a second.
Okay.
All right, I'm good. The movie has a lot of interesting ideas. I think it would be cool if they just did a whole Transformers series where it was like them throughout history
Yeah, because clearly they've been
doing stuff. Like, I think that'd
Yeah.
be cool, you know? Like, for example, the medieval stuff. I would be down with seeing a Transformers movie that was just like them and King Arthur like battling dragons.
Yeah, dude.
How
Especially since it's
cool would
already
that be?
like dragon Transformers, you know.
Oh,
they
God.
can work it in.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Take a shot every time you hear us say, we'll talk about that in a bit.
that later, yeah. There's a great, like, 2-minute scene of it. Turns out Bumblebee has been on Earth a lot longer than we thought. Mm-hmm. And he was in World War II fighting against the Nazis.
Yeah, like...
How cool is that? Like, he's sitting, like, that's, you saw it on the posters. It's in there for 5 seconds. I kid you not, that long. It's great because it's like, he's sitting there, he has his machine gun stuff. He's like an awesome, like, army vehicle thing.
Well, what's
and,
super
like,
cool is like they were just like a regular car, and then it's like, we're gonna kill you. One dude's like shoots like a Nazi, and then they all jump out, and Bumblebee's just like, yeah, I'm Bumblebee. Other guy is there too, Hot Rod.
I don't want to talk about it. One of my favorite Transformers as a kid was Hot Rod. Mm-hmm. Like, loved Hot Rod. Rodimus Prime, whatever you want to call him. Mm-hmm. This one, like, I'm not against French people, but who was like, man, one of the most badass Transformers of all time? You know what accent he needs to have? French.
They dropped the French accent like towards the end for Hot Rod.
I didn't get that either. Also, like, one of the worst parts of the movie, too, is the racial stereotype Transformers, which have been in there throughout the movies.
They've been consistently the worst part. It's not
like,
too surprising, but
like Revenge of the Fallen, like I heard, I think it was Jeremy Johns, and he called the like Mudflap and Skip, he called him Jar Jar and Binks. That, and then like you have like the ragtag team of Decepticons, which get introduced with Suicide Squad font.
oh yeah,
Where it's like, we're gonna be assembling a team for Megatron for some reason.
And let it be known
introduce
that
them like this: Mark,
Steven.
And it's just like, okay, like 2 of them are blatantly like supposed to be black guys.
Yeah.
And like one guy has like gold chains and he's like, man, I'll do this in prison.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Another guy's like, praise Megatron for letting me out.
And he has and then another guy has like the freaking mohawk.
Yeah.
And like,
I think the best part about this is that this was the scene that Steven came in on. Like, they were introducing the Megatron squad.
Yeah, the Megatron squad. So we're the Patsies with some kind of Megatron squad. Behold, the Transformer that could climb anything.
If only.
Dude, there's actually one in the intro. I remember they called him Dreadnought.
Oh.
There is. So it's not Slipknot, it's Oh my god.
Are they in the same universe?
Oh god, I hope
Did we just crack the code?
Wouldn't that be great? That's why like the DCU movies have like had so much trouble setting up a world because they're like, how do we incorporate Transformers in there yet?
Like, they finally found a way to get the Transformers
Wonder Woman
in.
2 is going to be World War II instead of World War 1, and Bumblebee's going
to be in the background. Like that scene just plays in the background.
Oh my god, I would love that. DC, take my ideas.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Give us money for our ideas.
It allows us to buy more.
Sprite.
Yeah, it allows us to buy more sweet Sprite.
Yeah.
Sprite.
Sprite. The breakfast of
Limon
champions.
lime soda.
What does that even mean?
Lemon lime.
Oh. I'm not very smart.
No, you're not. Right. With the Transformers in this movie, I think the thing that worked in the first one, which I will defend the first one.
Yeah.
I really will, because like I can name every Transformer that was in there. Like the Autobots in the first one, it was like Ratchet, Ironhide, Jazz, Bumblebee, Optimus.
5.
I knew them. The last one, I didn't know their names. All I know is that there's a John Goodman one that is annoying as hell, and he's like,
oh, he's the fat one. That, like,
with the beard and I have a cigar too.
One of the scenes that you missed, he was throwing grenades at his allies. Because he's off the charts, man. And he's crazy.
And there's a racist Transformer. Oh, sorry. And there's a racist Transformer on the Autobot side with the Japanese one with the samurai, and I'm like, are you serious? And then you have Jason Statham robot, which was the green one with like the trench coat, who was like, don't expect me to read.
I was wondering what that was. Story. I was like, that's some really weird armor because it doesn't like move at all.
Yeah, it's
totally a trench coat.
I could not tell you any of their names besides Bumblebee and Optimus. And Optimus is not in the movie.
He shows up, like, the first time you see him, he's just, like, aimlessly flying through space.
Because at the end of the last one, which you didn't see, he said something along the lines of, like, I'm going to go find my creators and I'm going to destroy them. And he, like, flies off into space, and, like, an Imagine Dragons song is playing in the background, and it's like, nobody can time it now. And it was, like, so good. So I'm assuming what happened was directly after that, just...
Yeah, he's actually frozen, like, with the voice chip still playing for some reason.
And then, like, he just turns evil. And also, he calls himself Nemesis Prime, like, 2 times. Nemesis Prime is actually really cool in the original cartoon. You know, it's like Spider-Man and Venom, you know, where it's like, oh, he's just like him, but he's evil. But this one, it's like, there's no visual change. He just looks like Optimus.
His eyes turn purple.
Oh.
The one side of his face is red.
Whoa!
Yeah, they must have really busted their nuts, like, when they were designing that.
You see the one guy with, like, multiple pictures of, like, the same Optimus Prime. Yeah. And, like, he's just, like, crumpling them up, and he's like, no, it's all wrong! And then, like, purple crayon, like, falls off. Well, no, his kid walks in and, like, colors his eyes purple, and he's like, what are you doing, Jimmy? And, like, throws him away, and he's like,
actually, wait.
Perfect! Nemesis Prime, Michael.
Something I wanted to mention, like, when you were bringing up, like, all the new Transformers that were very necessary and cool and unique and do not steal original character, they're all gray. They're, like, gray and, like...
Well, like, only the thing
dark.
is, the Autobots, like, were colorful.
Yeah.
Like, even Hot Rod, despite how much I hated him in the movie, like, was actually, like, he was orange and black.
He was, like, orange and black.
The Decepticons are all just, like, gray metal colors, occasionally with, like, a splash of red.
Yeah.
They're all just silver, and, like, this one that looks like Tim Curry from Legend, which was cool. But, like,
great.
He, like, just dissolves into, like, 5 of himself, and then back into him, and then he mixes with a bunch of other ones and makes, like, a freaking dragon who doesn't even look like a transformer.
Yeah.
It looks like I said it during the movie. I was like, it looks like a bunch of sharp things.
Yeah.
Just like together.
And like, there's way more metal than like the number of robots.
Yes,
that go into
it's so stupid, man. Like,
like it should be rad. It
Right.
is like a bunch of transformers becoming a dragon.
Yeah, like it should appeal to 6-year-old Steven.
Yeah.
So we've talked about robots a lot during this. Let us talk about the human characters because, by God, it's a Transformers movie. Lord knows we're not going to actually like see the.
Oh my goodness.
We're not actually going to focus on the Transformers.
When Steven showed up, like he sat next to me and I just said like, everyone is terrible. There's a scene in the movie where like there's a bunch of like moms of like a scientist
And
girl.
of course, Michael Bay, writing women, decides to make
just
them
like,
all. Why don't you get a man in your life? Why don't you have a man in your
why
life?
don't you?
Excuse me, hot British Megan Fox. Why don't you have a man in your life? And she's like, why don't you all care about me as a person? Which, of course, you have to make her smart because we're progressive now.
Yeah.
And if you don't make her smart, then Michael Bay will just be Michael Bay and be like, nah, just laying her on the butt.
Yeah, that scene has like, there's a TV playing in the background. It has the news and it's talking about like how these like spikes are coming out of the earth
Yeah,
or whatever. And one of the moms is like, oh, that's just some alien stuff.
More alien BS.
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding me?
Like,
The Transformers exist in this universe.
Right.
Was that Megan Fox, by the way? Was that?
no, that wasn't Megan Fox.
Okay, so-
that was just someone Michael Bay was like, we need a female lead. God forbid she look average. In this movie, the one saving grace, and I felt bad about this, is that I was like, that chick is hot.
That's the
And
one.
I shouldn't feel like that. Only
The
positive I
actress is
have
hot.
is like, well, she looked nice in that sweater.
Yeah. But oh my
That
goodness.
was it. The other human character we got to talk about is Anthony Hopkins, which we mentioned very briefly earlier.
I think we have a lot to say about every human character. Personally,
Anthony Hopkins is a great actor. I will say that. He's one of my favorites. I love him in Silence of the Lambs and maybe the 3 other things he was in that I can't think of at the moment. I do not know what amount of money he was paid for this movie, but I'm glad he was paid it because to say the dialogue he has to say, I would be like, I want $3,000 a word, damn it.
yeah. I mean,
Like, freaking, okay, first of all, he says the word dude in like the weirdest way. Like he goes into Mark Wahlberg and he's like, well, you want to know why they keep coming here? Dude. There was a secret society of people who were dedicated to keeping the Transformers safe. And he lists off like bunches of people.
Like,
where it's like
Lincoln,
William
Da
Shakespeare, Da Vinci, this, here's another picture of a Transformer, Harriet Tubman. And I'm like, I refuse to believe that Harriet Tubman knew Transformers.
I think if Harriet Tubman knew a Transformers, she'd probably get a little bit of help from them.
Yeah,
Probably.
you know, like that.
You know.
Hi, me and a lot of my friends are in trouble.
Just a bit of
And
trouble.
then I feel like, Transformers would also have kind of a perception of white people at that point, and maybe not be friends with them in every single movie. All of these people are called the Witwickens.
Yeah.
If you'll remember, Shia LaBeouf's character name was Sam Witwicky. Witwicky? Witwicken. Witwicky? Witwicken. They're not the same damn thing.
Come to think of it, Tubman isn't even close to Witwick.
Tubman is not. Shakespeare isn't.
Lincoln isn't.
Lincoln isn't.
Vinci isn't.
Da Vinci isn't.
Yeah, this is a pretty
But they're
terrible
like
society.
freaking okay. And then they have the balls to show a picture of Shia LaBeouf. Like, I swear to you, that was after he was arrested. There was no way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's on screen
It's
for
just like him. He's just his face is like,
He's like, oh no.
oh no, someone stamped a picture of me. That was the only saving grace of the movie, was that we both laughed at that for like 5 continuous minutes of just glorious laughter.
I still can't believe we did.
I missed like half of what he was saying as I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And then we tune back in, and turns out, you want to know who the last knight is? The last knight is Mark Wahlberg. The
Yep.
reason why is because he hasn't gotten laid in a while. Like, they actually say...
No whoopee? Anthony Hopkins says, no whoopee? I hope he got paid $30,000 a word, you know?
More sprite.
More sprite. Sprite is really refreshing. It'll get you lots of whoopee.
Sprite. Lots of lime. Lots of lemon. Lots of women. Lots of whoopee.
Whoopee.
Whoopee. Sprite get you whoopee! It's astounding, because, like, what it is, so, like, he goes to the British Megan Fox, who's, like, a historian, professor person. He's up to her, and he's like, what are the 5 virtues of a knight? And she's like, oh, integrity, honor, earth, wind, fire, captain planet.
Yeah.
And then, like, she says, like, chaste. And then there's a whole conversation between them, and they're like, well, how long has it been since you've done stuff?
It's like a while.
And then he's like, a while. And then it's like, well, we need to know how long for these reasons.
Dude,
and then,
he's got a daughter. Like, I don't think he passes that.
like, chaste does not mean I haven't done it in a while. Chaste means never.
Never.
Chaste means I have sealed this off.
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom, but I don't even look at it. Like, I wake up soft as silly putty.
Soft as silly putty. You're leaving that at least the first bit of that in.
But, like, in this one, it's just like, no, it means you hadn't gotten laid in a while. And I'm like, he has a kid. He's definitely had sex before. I mean, of course, they end up getting together by the end of it for God knows what reason.
Yeah, dude, like...
Where, like, he was being totally sexist to her at the beginning.
Yep.
She hates him. There's this whole conversation where they're like, whoa, you want me to take off my dress? And, like, there's a whole conversation like that.
And then when they're on the romantic submarine, you know,
Yes.
she's like, hey, it looks like your robot skin thing is going down to your junk. Let's check it out together.
Yeah, let's check out your robot penis. I really want to see.
I really want to
see that robot silly putty. I really want to print that. Oh man!
Sometime after they get into the sub, they just all become terrible people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anthony Hopkins is like the worst offender because, like, to get on the sub, he literally chased out people.
Gives someone a bunch of money and is like, "This museum is closed forever." And then he goes into it. He's like, "Go!
Get out of here!
Get out of my house!"
Man, you know what I just realized? Like, there's a part like where Mark Wahlberg realizes that he's the last knight. And he gets a sword, and he has it, and he never uses it. It goes away after that scene.
Yeah, like he
never
has it,
appears.
like draws it on the robots, and they're like, I guess we won't kill Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
And then, like, I think he drops it or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
you have a cool magical robot sword now.
yeah, it probably cuts through the robots.
Yeah, you stopped a robot sword with it. Bumblebee talks in the movie, which you pointed it out, and it totally is the Martha scene from Batman v Superman.
Oh,
Which
man.
is, like, Optimus Prime, he's still Nemesis Prime at this point. Like, he's about to, like, stab Bumblebee in the face because you saw it on the posters, it's gotta happen. Like, Bumblebee's like, Optimus, I would die for you. It is I, Bumblebee. And then he's like,
I haven't heard that
shit,
voice
are we
in
best
years.
friends now?
Yeah.
Like, it's the equivalent of my mom's name is Martha. Oh! The big thing with the movie is that, like, there are some movies where, you know, a plot hole might ruin it for you. It's understandable. But you can openly acknowledge, you're like, but the rest of the movie's fine. This is a movie where it's like, it's not like a scene is bad and, like, the others were great.
Every scene is
Every scene has, like, an error in continuity, an error in shots, an error in construction, dialogue, anything, like, just on a fundamental level.
Yeah.
Whether it's the aspect ratio changing.
Yeah. The number of enemies changing.
The number of enemies changing. What happened. What characters are in the last scene that are in this scene.
Where
what
Bumblebee
characters
goes.
are yeah, Bumblebee's like there and then not. Same thing with Optimus. And so when people are like, I like these movies because I can turn my brain off and visually they're fine. I don't want to turn my brain off.
You can say that about paint drying, about grass growing, and, like, there's so many better movies.
And about-
John Wick 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that was rad. Like, the story was terrible, but the action scenes were amazing.
I will fight you on that. The rumor was this was going to be the final Transformer movie.
No.
That's not true because of the end of the movie.
Yep.
Second, Michael Bay did say that this is my last Transformer movie that I'm directing. That is fine.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I swear to you, these movies could be good. In fact, they're talking about doing a Bumblebee movie, which
I'm down.
I'd be down with that.
I'm down.
Even after seeing this, as long as Michael Bay doesn't touch it and you get a director who's actually passionate, you can have good movies. Because if you focus on the damn robots instead of Cad Yeager, G.I. Joe extraordinaire. I'm an inventor. What have you invented? Nothing. Then you're not an inventor! That's like, I'm a songwriter. Show me one of your songs. I haven't written any. You're not a songwriter!
I can sum up, like, how terrible this movie is with, like, how the actual ending is, not, like, the post-credit scene. Which, by the way, post-credit scene, no. How the movie ends is, like, everyone's okay, even though hundreds of cities were just destroyed, whatever. Mark Wahlberg gets the kiss, Optimus says some patriotic speech, and then it just hard cuts to the desert.
I'm so glad we did not stay till, like, after the credits.
Oh, was there another one?
I don't know. I don't care. First of all, if you've already seen it, I'm sorry.
I'm so
Second,
sorry.
I hope we've given you enough reason not to see it.
This video is so long. Like, just don't do it, okay?
Just
don't do it.
Don't even think about it. Just watch this video a few more times.
Yeah, just watch it a few more times.
Like and subscribe. Maybe that would work. I mean, shameless self-promotion. In fact,
man.
there's a video I did before where it's me singing a Britney Spears song. Yeah, that happened. And it's in the description. And possibly up here if I figure out how to use YouTube. So, yeah.
That's the hard part about YouTube.
And I will hopefully have some more videos to you guys later. Mark, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man. Check out my channel where I talk about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
I'm glad you said it, because I wasn't about to.
Equestria Girls was better than this movie.
Oh, God. Anyway. See you guys later.
Bye. Don't
Love
watch
you bunches.
it.
Don't
watch it.
Don't watch Transformers. Don't watch it. Bye.
Just stop.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.